and welcome to another episode of the Knitting in Them podcast. I am Ivonne and this podcast is all about knitting. I've got a coffee, so if you like, you can take a coffee or a tea and watch think a little hour with me. And I tell you all about what I knitted on the last 2 weeks. Today is Wednesday, 3 April. I record my podcast one day early, and it will be on YouTube on Thursday, 4 April. I always tape one day ahead because that gives me more time to edit, and that I don't have to do it all on one day. So I take a sip of my coffee. In the Netherlands, it's really bad weather. It looks like fall. It's rainy, grey, not windy. That's not the case. And this Saturday it will be 25 degrees, so I'm very curious. Now it feels like fall, and Saturday it feels like spring. But I don't mind. The last few days were very bad weather, and that was good for me because I wanted to finish an object. And that is this one on my. What I'm wearing is the third Versus Unite I knitted. This is a shawl pattern from Stephen West. Sorry, I've got a little fluff on my lips. This is the Versus Unite from Stephen West. I knitted this one for the first time last year. That was the yellow and the purple one in 100% merino yarn. Then I knitted the second one in August. We had a knit along then, and the second one was so good. It was so a good shawl. I wear it a lot. It's knitted up from 100% drops alpaca and alpaca 200 Peru from Lana Grossa, and that was such a success that I thought, I have so much alpaca in my stash, why don't you make another one? So in November, I don't know exactly the date anymore, I thought I start one and I will see when it's finished, and I want to knit it up from colors that I already have in my stash. Per color you need 100 grams, so 2 balls. Drops alpaca is not it's a really affordable yarn, so that's a good thing, and it's available in a lot of colors, but I had a lot of colors in my stash, so I thought I will use these. Normally this is more like fall colors, and I had once in my life I had a color how do you say that, color advice, and they say that these colors are not good for my face. So that's the reason why the last 2-3 years I chose all the I'm a winter type, and the winter type has all the cooler colors. But that's not always the color that I like. I love the fall colors, but because I had that advice, I didn't choose them so much anymore, because I thought that's not what looks good on me. But that's really stupid, of course, because when you love a color, you have to choose it because you like it. And maybe it will take your face a little bit down, but okay, that's it. So what? So what? So I casted on my third Versus Unite, and I think in November, and then the Advent period came, and I didn't knit on it a lot. And in January I thought, I have to knit on, because part 1 is a really long part. It's not hard, it's really easy, but you have to knit through to get that first part. If you finish the first part, you have already a little shawl. If you like, you can look at my London vlogs. I went to London in January, and there there I show you that I finished part 1 in London. That was in the end of January. So I choose to do the second part in this. It's a little bit green, mush. I don't know. Is it apple green or I don't know what's the name in English? And the light pink. These were all scraps that I leftovers from other shawls. I will take it off for a while. And I decided on the colors as you go. So I thought the first part was the olive green and this sort of like a terracotta color. And then I choose the colors on the go. When I finished the first part, I thought, oh, this was nice, the green and the light pink. And then I had a ball of purple, dark purple, what I wanted to use for the third part, but then I thought, no, that's not the color, that combines not good with the other colors. Why don't I choose a color I really like and buy 2 new balls? So I had bought 2 new balls of this beautiful dark green. Love it a lot. I'm very happy that I did that. And then I found in my stash a ball of this nice red, super nice. In the Netherlands we call this color castanje. I don't know how you say it in English. And that was enough. I had 1 ball of it to do it in the 5th section with and this is like a sand color. This one is Alpaca Peru 200. That was in my stash. So I striped this part with that, and the last part I choose the same color as in section 1. I have enough balls of this. And then the I-cord bind off. And I was knitting on it, I had the feeling that I was knitting on it very long, but I have always a lot of things on my needles. Socks and blankets, so I'm not a monogamous knitter that I only knit on this shawl. But I thought after the Easter vlogs, if you like, or if maybe you seen it already, I did 2 weeks of Easter vlogs before Easter because of our yarn swap we had with a few ladies in the Netherlands. I organized it together with Catherine, and because of that I had to knit on a scrappy sock, and I had to knit on my blankets. So I didn't knit on this every day, but I thought, Thursday's my episode again. I will try to finish this shawl. So last Monday, I didn't realize it was already Monday because it was Easter, bank holiday, they call it in the UK. I thought, oh shit, I have only 2 days, Monday and Tuesday, because Wednesday I want to tape the podcast. So I did a lot of knitting the last 2 days, from early in the morning until late in the evening, and I didn't do anything else but knitting and go to the toilet, eat, sleep, knit, repeat, something like that. And it worked out. I ended last night at 9:30 the I-cord bind off, and I have woven in all the ends, and my third vertice unite was ready. So that was really good. I'm really happy with the shawl. What I like about this shawl is that when you wear it like this, all the parts come together. So you see here the second part, this is part 1, this is section 3, this is section 4, and this is, this is section 4, this is 5, and this is 6. So all the colors come together, and that is what I like about this shawl. And it certainly isn't my last vertice unite. I've one. I think I will cast on one in fall, because I have 4 or 5 lovely skeins, merino skeins, I will show that later when I'm going to use them for a fourth Vertitionite, because this is my absolute favorite shawl. Maybe I will, in the end, I will knit 10 of them. I don't know. I think when I'm, yeah, it's, you can have always one on your needles. It's echt the best shawl ever. And I watched the latest film from Stephen West, and he has a new pattern, the stripometry. I bought it, of course, directly because it's like, yeah, a little bit like this, modular knitting, just garter ridges, garter stripes, super easy, and yeah, also in 6 parts, I think. So I didn't, yeah, I bought it immediately, and I will cast on that today, but I will show that later. And he says in that film, from the Vertitionite is one of my absolute favorite shawls, and I'm, yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree with that, of course, because this is indeed my best knit, and it fits well and it wears well, and I love it to combine the colors. So in the future there will be another maybe 10, I don't know. So if you didn't knit this shawl yet and you like a triangled shawl, a big shawl, you have to cast it on today. It's the best shawl ever. So I like it a lot, and I like it that it's done now, so I can start the new shawl. The plan was to cast it on the bank holiday Monday, but then I thought, just finish this first, and then you can start the new shawl. So that's what I did, and I'm very happy with it. So the coffee is gone. Coffee is a little bit strong. I have a Nespresso, coffee maker with cups, but it's broken. So I don't think there's too less water, and then the coffee is too strong. So unfortunately I have to buy a new coffee maker. And that's the main thing in my life, coffee, so I have to buy one. So this week. Ta-da! Chickens. It's all about the chickens. So yeah, that is my first finished object. I leave it on for a while until I get it too hot, and then I will put it away. My second finished object is, I knitted 2 of them, but I gave one away, is this lovely chicken, the emotional support chicken. This is my 4th chicken I knitted. If you saw my last, I don't know if that was the last or the week before, I knitted a yellow one. Then I thought, oh, I would like to make a brown one, because I went to the Ontmoetdag. It's a knitting day with knitting friends, and the lady that organized that is, she's called Truida, and she loves brown. So I thought, oh, maybe I will knit her emotional support chicken for her, and that worked out. So I gave her one, but I loved that version so much that I thought I want them for myself. So I knitted another brown emotional support chicken with red. This is my favorite red color. These are leftovers from the Valentine socks, and the rest is all dark brown, 2 strands held together. I did it with 2 strands because I think that's enough. 3 is too much for me in my head. I can't cope with that. So this one I finished one day before Easter, and I call her Truida, and she was on the Easter brunch table with us, and I love it. My son says, "Oh, Grinch." Stupid. But I love it, I love it, I love it. So that was my second finished object for this week, for this episode, but I knitted 2 of them. So that's, I was really active on the knitting the last weeks. But yeah, that is the thing I like to do. I'm a knit addict. Super nice. Truida is finished. Then, even denken. Oh yeah, we had, oh nee, I have another finished object. That's also, was a nice, yeah, really quick knit. My West Yorkshire Spinner socks. I love these colors. Also, it was the colorway Owl. And I bought the ball on Amazon in January because I love the brown, yeah, the moody colors. I knit these for myself. I'm not knitting for, yeah, sometimes I knit socks for other people, but mostly for myself because I don't have a lot of people in my, yeah, that appreciate hand knitted socks. I've got one girlfriend who do, but my sisters, I asked them with Easter, did you wear your socks? And my sister says, no, I don't use them. And then I thought, okay, I don't knit you socks anymore. So this is my third finished object, and yeah, I love it. It was a really nice yarn to knit with. This it was really soft. I don't know. It was yeah, it was. I did it in, I think, 3 March. I casted these on, and 28 March I finished the second sock. So little 2 to 3 weeks. And I don't knit monogamously on this because I have more things on my needles. But I love them and I can't wait to wear them. I do always 16 rounds of 2x2 rib, and I knitted these on 2.25 millimeter needles. 64 stitches. Yeah, that is my sock recipe. And that is good. Oh yeah, and I did the heel flap and gusset. This is the gusset. Because I think that fits my foot the best. Sometimes I do the shadow wrap short row heel, but now I'm more into this, the heel flap and gusset. So yeah, and when you do it more often, you it will be easier every time you do it. So that's really fine and good. Then we had the Easter, the yarn swap with the wool. Yeah, we call it paaswol swap, Easter yarn swap with a group of people. I organized it together with Catherine, and I got the balls every day, 14 balls of 10 gram, and I knitted a nice scrappy sock. So I cast it on with the yellow. I had the yellow myself, and I did every day 7 rounds from the color I opened that day, 14 days before Easter. And then I had 7 rows. Then I did a yellow heel flap again. And then I started the other 7 balls. I opened every day 1 ball. I did every day 1 part until the last day. And then I did the toe. So I finished 1 sock. I love it a lot. And the second sock is on my needles. It is here in my, I made this bag in the 2 weeks before Easter. I found this really nice, yeah, it's corduroy fabric in the thrift shop Terre des Hommes. It's always a really nice little shop here in Hengelo, and it's not expensive at all. And I found this lovely flowery fabric also. So I made this project bag in the period, and I made 2, and I gave 1 away to one of my knitting friends. And from that friend, Patricia, I got this lovely bunny in the skirt. I love it. So I cast it on the second sock, but because I wanted to finish my shawl, I didn't. I stopped here, and I thought I have to finish my shawl first. So the second one is on the needles. I will choose the same order, but this yarn had a nice color change, so I thought I will leave the light green out and I will choose this one. So that is what I what I did different, but that's okay. It's a scrappy sock, so yeah, super nice. That's on my needles. Then, even denken. Yeah, I have also started the second sock from this one, but I can't find where it is. I searched the house, but I put it in another project bag and I don't know which one anymore. So I will find it later. It's not so. The second sock I'm halfway through halfway through the heel flap. So this one is hopefully the next time when I see you finished. This is the Superbar twirl I got in the swap last year from Roel, and this sock fits me really good. I can't wait that they are done, but I think I will wear them not until next year, because now spring is coming in summer, so I will keep them for a while. But it's a really nice sock yarn. So that is number 3. I don't know it anymore, which number it is. It doesn't matter. I'm a sock knitter. I love it. Socks are always nice to take with you. Then 2 of 3 weeks ago, it was really nice weather in the Netherlands, and I had the feeling that I wanted to cast on a little bit of a spring color sock. This living in my super nice bunny bag, Easter bag from Birdie and Poppet. I bought this last year, and this ball was in my stash for more than a year. It is this yarn, Merino Rosanna Meilenwijd from Lana Grossa, extra fine, and it knits up really nice. Put it in there. Look at these lovely colors. This is sock 1. I knitted a few, the leg, and then the Easter swap started, and then I didn't do anything. Yesterday I did this piece, a little piece of the heel flap. So that is also on my needles, and it's lovely. It's a really soft yarn, and I think it knits up super nice. So this will be continued for the next time I see you. Hopefully I am a lot further then. That and that. And I have one sock on my needles I did not knit on a lot, but I got something from. Oh no, that's the wrong bag. I got a project bag from a viewer. She made me this. This is really special fabric. It calls paapjes fabric. I didn't hear of it. It is batik or hand-dyed fabric, and she made this lovely project bag with a, how do you say that in English? Kurk. I don't know. But a box bottom, and what did she make for me? And that's really comes in handy, because sometimes you go away and your stitches flying off the needles. She made me hoe zeg je dat nou ook weer? Needle pouch for your DPN holder. Oh yeah, that. So this sock I already have shown you in the last video, episode 24. This is episode 25. I don't know if I already said it. And I'm not far along with sock 2 because of the Easter swap we had. This one is lying a little bit still, but I will pick it up this week again. And I will thank you for this lovely bag. Her name was, I don't know it anymore. Just said it in the Dutch podcast, but no, I don't know it anymore. But it doesn't matter. It's a nice, lovely project bag for my sock. So that's what I want to show you. I think that was it for the socks. Yeah, that was it for the socks. Then we had the... Oh yeah, can I get it? Yes. Then we had, of course, the yarn swap, and I got every day a ball, and my goal is to knit every month a row on my northeasterly blanket, and I already finished the row for March. But yeah, then I thought I can knit every day a square or a few rows in my blanket for during the Easter flocks. So I did every day 12 rounds from the balls I got from Gerda. She had me as a swap for the swap, and so I knitted an extra lane in my blanket, and the meaning was to do every month a row, but I did in March 2 rows, so that's really nice. I have 9 rows now, and I want to do 8 more. And when I have 8 more, then it's, I think, the end of December, and then I think the blanket will be big enough. I don't want them to be too big. Now it's more like a lap blanket, and when I have it twice as big, yeah, I think that's enough for me. I think I don't spread it on the bed. I use them on the couch. So this is my northeasterly blanket, and yeah, the bigger he gets, the nicer I think it looks, and the nicer it is to work on. These are all scrap yarns that I got in swaps. I did swap a lot the last 2 years. Every piece will come in this blanket or in my Granny Stripes blanket. I will knit, I will crochet the last bits, and I make knots, so nothing will be thrown away, or it ends up in my box of yarn thing, little yarns, and I use that then to fill up the chickens or something else. So this was my daily knit. Now it is from the needles. I have to weave in the ends first from 2 lanes, and then I start a new lane this week. And I have the balls from Catherine, so I can go on with everyday ball from the swaps I had. So and then halfway of the swap we had the ontmoetdag in Barneveld, and there was one of my knitting friends, Patricia, and she had a little half swap for me, so not 14 days but 7 days. It was also a surprise. I didn't know, because I was knitting on my alpaca cowl, all from leftover alpacas, and she gave me 7 little skeins also in eggs. If you watched my Easter vlogs, you will see that every day, and I could knit 3 rounds a day in my alpaca leftover cowl. All the stripes, every color I do 3 rows. So I started, I think, here or here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. These colors I got from Patricia, and that motivated me to do it every day. And it grows slowly, and I love it. Super soft, so at the end of the year, or in about 1.5 years, it will be hopefully two times around my neck, and then I think it's big enough. So that's sometimes my daily knit, but sometimes you do 3 rows, and sometimes you do a week nothing. I don't know. It's not very important to do. It's slowly knitting. It lives in my super nice bag from Birdie and Puppet. This is one of my favorites also. So this is the fall bag, but I use it the whole year through because I like it too much. Yeah, and then I decided, because I love to knit. I love to knit the squares, the little cozy memory squares. I decided to make one in alpaca stash leftovers. So because of Patricia gave me 7 little skeins, I did every day before Easter I did one. So this is what I've got now. I think I had three. These three I did myself, and afterwards I used this. The balls from the swap. Sorry, I can't come out of my words. So this is how far I am. It's not far, and it will be a long time project. An alpaca, drops alpaca. It's mostly drops alpaca, fingering weight yarn. I'm doing 20 stitches here, 20 there, and then I knit this on needle 3. That is what I always do with the blankets, and yeah. The only thing is that alpaca is slippery. It slips off your needles faster, so sometimes I have to watch that doesn't happen. But it's a really nice in-between knit. I knit on it when I feel like it, and it lives in my handmade project bag. This piece of crocheted brown, I found it in a thrift shop, and I also found this fabric in the thrift shop, and the linings are dark brown, also from the thrift shop. So I made it's like a dodgy bag from it with a drawstring. And I must say I love this bag a lot. So there is my Cozy Memories blanket alpaca version. Lives in this lovely bag, dodgy bag. I think that was it for the knitting so far. Sometimes I sew a little bit. That was what I showed you, this lovely project bag. I have severe back pain, so I can't sit behind my sewing machine too long. That's a little pity, because when I wouldn't have that, I think I would sew more, because I like to do it. I like to make these bags. So in between, sometimes I will make 1 or 2. So that is what I'm sometimes doing, and sometimes a little bit crochet. But that's on the moment only the Granny Stripes blankets. I have one on the needles from leftover sock yarn, and I have one on my needles from acrylic yarn, but that is lying still. I didn't do a lot on it last month, and I'm doubting if I go on with it. But yeah, that's not so important. Then my plan is to, hopefully it will succeed today, to cast on the new shawl from Stephen West. Last January I was for the 3rd time at Loop London. I got this lovely bag. I already have 2 of these. And the summer before that, I bought 2 balls of this lovely red Isager Highland wool. It's 100% wool. And I was totally in love with this red color, so I thought I will buy 2, and I will see what I do with it. But when I was at Loop London again in January, I thought it's maybe good to buy another colors for a shawl in the future. I was waiting on a new pattern from Stephen West, a pattern that I liked. He has a lot of shawls, and every time I thought, no, this is not my shawl, this is not my shawl. And last Friday it was the Stripometry. That's really a thing for me. It is a little bit like the Vertices Unite, simple with modular knitting and 3 colors. He has 3 colors, so I thought of this. This is my choice, my color choice. These 3. From these balls I have 2 from every ball. There is 275 meters on one ball, and I think you need around 350 per color, so that will be enough. But he says you can always put on it in another color if you like. Maybe I will, but I don't know it yet. I have 1 ball of this one. This is chili, I think. and I have one ball of the lighter one. But my plan is to knit it up from these 3, and then yeah, I'm curious how that will look. I feel excited to start it. I'm going to knit it on 3.5 millimeter, but this yarn is a little bit thinner than normal fingering weight. I'm not going to make a swatch because I did it once with the red. I think 3.5 was good, but Stephen said when you want a bigger shawl then or something looser, you can choose a needle size up. But I think I'm going to cast it on 3.5, and when it's not nice, I can always rip back. I use the first part of the shawl as a swatch, and when I think okay, that's good, then I will knit on. So that is my plan for today. The stripometry, I will link it down below, and yeah, I'm excited to start it. Yeah, and then I have got from a lovely viewer also from the Netherlands, opal. If you saw my Easter vlogs, you already seen this. She had all opal leftovers, and she gave me the ball band with it so I can see which color it is, and look how lovely. So this will be ending up in my blankets or maybe scrappy socks, I don't know it yet, but I was really happy with this. So that is what I got from a viewer. I didn't buy yarn this week. I showed some in one of the Easter vlogs. I showed some yarn from West Yorkshire Spinners that I bought through Instagram, but that was 2 weeks ago or so. I try to buy not too much yarn because I have a lot of nice yarns, but I don't want to limit it myself to not buy yarn, because then I'm not going to be happy. I love yarns. But yeah, sometimes your stash can be a little bit overwhelming. Sometimes I have the feeling, oh, I have so many lovely balls and the balls screaming at me, knit me, knit me. And that can be sometimes a little bit overwhelming. So sometimes I put it away in a drawer that I don't see it. Here on my board you can see all the nice skeins, and sometimes I put them a little bit away so that I don't have to think about, oh yeah, and that's what I have to knit, and that's what I have to knit. My plan is to cast on also this week. Even kijken wat ik nou. Yeah, I bought that book last year. Waar ligt? Oh yeah, under the pile of knittings. I bought this book last year, Mush and Friends, and I want to knit mush. I did Agi. I had knit Agi one time, and I want to knit mush. This is the yarn I have already caked up. It is from Linde wool. It is sock yarn with Rami. It's 300 meters, and this color I will use for his what is it, pajamas or so that is what I want to start with. But the hardest thing about this is that you have to read line for line, and you cannot put it away so fast, because then you don't know where you have to continue. And I normally have my knits in Knit Companion, and you can, with a yellow stripe, you can always say where you have to go on when you stopped it for a while. And I cannot, I don't want to put notitions in this lovely book. That's a little bit, so that's what's keeping me. I want to say that's holding me back a little bit. That you have to pay attention. You have to have the time to start and knit this. I know that from Agi, because on a certain moment I put Agi away, and I started 3 weeks later, and then I made a big mistake because her head was on the wrong side. So, and then I turned the head around and I stitched it together, and okay, that's good, but that's not so nice. So that's why this is holding me back a little bit. You have to pay attention to knit this lovely mush, but I really, really like it. I like to have that bare. So that's what I want to do. It's like knitting the chicken, This is a really an other type of knit than a shawl or a garment. And that's what I like to do. So that's my plan for the coming 2 weeks. Hopefully I will succeed, and I can show you, in about 2 weeks where I'm at. So that's nice. That was it for the knitting. I will tell you a little bit about my life stuff. I went through the MRI scan, and I don't know if I say it. How do I say it in English? I have a hernia. I think that is the English word, hopefully. And I have 3 discopathy. That's your spinal cord. I don't know how you say it. My back is versleten. Hoe zeg je dat? Nou, it's not good anymore. 3 wervelschijven. Hoe zeg je dat nou? Wervels. Or kaput. Stupid. I can't remember how I say that. So my back pain is severe. It's not something that's going away. I can't do work that is the cashier work, that I sit the whole day. That's not good for me. So we'll have to find another solution in the future. So that's where I am at. My mental health is, I worried a lot the last months for how we go on with this very severe back pain. It's not going away. It's sometimes it will be better. The other day it will be worse, and I will. I have to learn to live with that. My head is always wanting everything, and my body doesn't go with that anymore. So every day I'm searching the balance for what I want to do and what I can do. And that's a really hard part for me, because normally I'm a type and I say, oh, I will do that, blah, 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 I will help you. And I can't do that anymore. So that's mentally very heavy for me. And that's the reason why I'm not working on the moment. But we have our knittings, and that brings me really much joy, and this podcast gives me a little structure every week, and my week vlogs. So I'm not I don't want to be how do you say that you're mentally go down, and the knitting gives me structure in my day. And that's what I like about the daily knittings. I start with a blanket, then I'm going to do something in the house, then I'm going to drink coffee and knit a little bit. And so I have the whole day a sort of structure. Then I have to go to the grocery shopping, then I have to walk. And the in between knitting gives me a structure that I like. Think, oh, lekker, I can knit on the couch, and set your mind on that and not on what you can do anymore. So I'm not a type that my girlfriends always said, oh, Ivonne, come with us. It's always so nice that you go with us. And I think that's really nice for them to say. But my body doesn't want that anymore. So I have constant looking for the balance. That's what it is. So that's what I want to tell you. If you're curious about my health, I'm trying to walk a lot. do my exercises. Hopefully that hernia will calm down again, and that's what gives me really pain in the legs, especially at night. Sleep bad. So yeah, it's a little bit downward circle, but I try to not go go in that circle. I don't want that. So I try to keep myself healthy and looking good after myself and doing putting myself in the first place. After 20 years of a single parent, I have to put myself in the first spot. That's what a psychologist once told me in 2008. You have to put yourself in the first spot. But I still can't. I still don't know how you do that. That's stupid, eh? But yeah, it's a learning process. I think my character is like, oh, I want to help you and la la la. But sometimes you have to pull yourself back and say, no, you can't do that for everybody anymore. You have to do it for yourself, and then the rest, that you stay sane for yourself. So that's the important thing in my life on this moment. My children are bigger, 20 and 24, but they still live with me, and they're that's going well. So I don't have the little children anymore that hang on your leg and they cry and they have to go to many weet ik veel clubjes, football. That's what I don't have anymore, but I had to do that all by myself 20 years, and I think that's why my back is kaput, broken. I don't know. That's the reason I think I always passed my border. I always did too much for others. So that is where I want to end this podcast with. I nearly talked about 50 minutes, drinking my cup of water. I will be back next Thursday with a weekly vlog, and the other week is the podcast. So I hope you like it. If you like it, please leave a comment. I like to read it. And thank you for watching, and see you next Thursday. Doei!